And then I assume that you're going to take notes, or...
Yeah, I can take notes.
Okay, well, we don't particularly have an agenda this week because it's the holidays, and the call after this one has already been canceled, so don't attend that one. There won't be anybody here. So let me pull up.
Should we welcome any new attendees?
Yeah, that would be good. I think that James Laverick is new.
Yeah, hi. I'm new. My name is James. I work in the Kubernetes space. People probably know me most from Kubernetes release team stuff. Adolfo, I've worked with quite a lot. I do lots of cloud native stuff, and I'm interested in kind of Wolfi and its associated tools. So yeah, hi.
Awesome.
I'm super happy that you're here, James. Yay.
Welcome. Hi, Adolfo.
All right. So there's been a lot of ongoing packaging work going on. Nothing is particularly called out this week in the agenda, but we just wrapped up packaging the wait for it application. So maybe Batuhan would like to elaborate on what that is and why we have it in Wolfi and what he's planning to do with it.
Yeah, of course. Are we talking about the wait for package, right? Wait for it package.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw the Spire community is looking for a way to upgrade the wait for it container image, and they complaining about the vulnerabilities associated with that image. And I saw that it might be a good chance to put the wait for it container image into a Wolfi operating system. Then I started to work on it, and let me share. Just give me a couple of seconds. I think they had a call with the community members that they discussed about are they going to continue with the chain guards wait for it package container. Sorry, here is the issue. They're actually looking for a new way to use the wait for it container image, and they didn't want to go with the version of it in Docker Hub. So I see a chance to use APQ for it actually. So I started to put it into Wolfi first. Then I'm going to start with building an OC image with APQ. So we have a problem because some of the dependencies. I really don't know which packages should I use. So thanks to James, who helped me a lot. So we converted to EasyBox from EasyBox to Core Utils, and now it should be fixed our problem. That's all for me.
Oh. Sounds good. The other major initiative that I can think about that I can think of that is worth discussing, that we have somebody here who can discuss it, is the state of SBOM generation in Wolfi using Melange, and perhaps Puerco could offer some words on where we are with that.
Yeah, I actually was going to open up some discussion, but first some background. Yeah, so 2 weeks back or so, we added SBOM generation in Melange for all the APKs that it builds. So you build when you build an APK, it will generate an SBOM detailing the for now it's just the files in that APK and package the SBOM inside of the APK. So that way, when you build an image, we now have support for APKO to compose the image SBOM using that additional information in each of the individual APK SBOMs. I don't know if that makes sense. So you have the image SBOM, and before we only had like entries for each of the packages, but in a very high level. But now we are detailing information inside of the APKs. Right now we have the file lists, but the goal is to improve that and start including things like, well, the most important one is the dependencies used to build that package. And so what I was going to ask the group, especially those that have been working on packaging, is do we have a sense or maybe even a formal census of which languages are being used the most? I think C should be a big one, but more specifically, which kind of build tools are building them? So where should we focus our efforts to try to build dependency extracting code? So I'm planning to start with Go and Rust because I have one is already the most further along, and the other one is the one I'm familiar with. So I want to start with those just to test that we are extracting, getting the necessary information and the integration. But then after that, should we focus on which languages? C. We have PHP, we have Java, we have Java, both Maven and Gradle. So I was just going to ask for some guidance, from all of you.
We have quite a few packages in Wolfi that are written in Python. So
Okay.
I would think that would be the next step after like Go and Rust.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm hoping to get the integration done by tomorrow if I can. I'm flying out to another city here in Mexico tomorrow night, so I won't be able to devote the night to that. But probably if I can make it, if I can finish the integration at least with Go or with Rust before that, maybe we can start putting out some demos, and then I'll focus on Python.
Sounds good. Is there anything else anybody wants to discuss other than the state of arms support?
I can give an update on maybe Vex coming to Wolfi.
Sure.
So Vex, which is the Vulnerability Exploitability Exchange, is a format that is supposed to complement SBOM in the sense that if you have things that are fixed, not present, not affecting your software for whatever reason, and your scanner is picking those CVs from your SBOM, Vex is a new format designed to basically declare that your software is not affected. And so you have your SBOM generating some maybe false positives, and Vex can turn those off. And using the data inside of the SecDB in Wolfi, Dan Luring, who's not here today, I think, is finishing work to start generating Vex documents for our packages, and then those documents ultimately can be used in whatever images are generated with Wolfi. So it's really, really close, and probably by the next time we meet, which is, from what I heard, maybe it's next year, we'll have some cool demos to show.
Awesome. So I guess the last kind of topic that we want to cover is ARM. It is coming. We have hit several instances of technical difficulties and have overcome them, which has resulted in the addition of new features to Melange to like be able to pre-download source artifacts and that thing sort of thing to support a hermetic build. We had to do that earlier than we were planning to do it because we had a networking flake issue inside Google Cloud that was specific to ARM instances when they were running behind a VPC. So that was a really annoying one to debug because the build would proceed to a certain point and then it would fail due to a networking issue because it couldn't download source code that was hosted on Fastly. We overcame that with the hermetic build support previously described, but now we're hitting a new issue where exactly 30 minutes after Kubernetes log streaming fails to talk to the GitHub Actions runner that is monitoring the build, it kills the build for some reason, and it is exactly 30 minutes. So we don't know exactly what's going on with that at the moment, but once we overcome that particular issue, I believe that we will be able to proceed with publishing the ARM build and going from there. It's just right now we're literally just hitting technical difficulties that are outside of our immediate control. So that's the state of ARM at the moment. Like I said, it's coming really soon now, but we just have to kind of overcome this last little technical hurdle, and hopefully there isn't any more issues after that. Does anybody have any questions about the ARM support status, or did that pretty much answer it?
There is somebody did add an item to the agenda for education, and it's saying it'd be nice to organize an internal event for maintainers to talk about Wolfi and learn more about its features.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. There's going to be several of the Wolfi maintainers at FOSDEM, so we could probably get together at FOSDEM to discuss the state of Wolfi like in person and do various educational things there. At least that's my thinking. I don't know about what other people are thinking.
For the person who asked this question, were you thinking like virtual or in person?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's virtual.
The virtual, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a mini virtual summit for Wolfi.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that as well.
Okay.
we have a few people on our team that are actually like what they do is they build educational materials about our products, including Wolfi. So we could probably coordinate with Erica and everybody else on that side to maybe have an event like that for Wolfi. But that would be an action item that we would have to pursue internally.
Just a thought. I wonder what. I wonder if we could leverage more of these Wolfi community sessions and try and do more in these. Maybe if there's questions we can kind of raise and put down in the docs, because that way then it kind of allows other people to join in. We get it up on YouTube and more of a community effort. Would that suffice as well, or is there anything specifically? Is there a reason for a specific? You mentioned internal. I don't know what the internal, I guess, was referring to. Okay, well, maybe we can. I think if we can, personally, I think as much as we can do out in the open and try and encourage people to be involved and kind of spread the good news of these kind of community calls as well, try and get people involved as well and sharing their thoughts and views. I think that would be really good as well. So,
and we also have the time allocated, so if don't hesitate, if you have like questions, like even technical questions about packaging and, something that you're struggling with on a package that you're working on, I think it'd be completely appropriate to bring that up in this meeting and we can help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of I think that is definitely something that we could do. Like, for example, we could even dedicate occasionally Wolfi community calls for like packaging workshops and that sort of thing. At the moment, we're leaning more governance and status content heavy because there's a lot of initiatives in flight. But the way that I envision things going is in the future, we'll probably have additional types of content in these calls as well, like packaging workshops and educational stuff and so on. Does that answer the question?
Batuhan, I think that's to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much.
All right. So is there anything else, or would people like to have 8 minutes back?
Yeah, not for me. So just to recap, next session, next community meeting is off, right? And then
yeah, our next meeting is going to be in 2023.
Cool.
So we'll see you all in 2023.
All right. Have
a
a happy
good time,
New Year,
everybody.
Goodbye.
cheers. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.